Hi all, now welcome to another video. And I I might sound a little bit different right now because I've got a bit of a cold, and it may seem like I'm getting out of breath between my sentences or between words because I often make this wheezing sound. It's simply because I've got a bad cold, and it's the winter here in Sydney. It's really cold. Anyway, so yeah, welcome to another video, and I'm hoping to make this a short video and not drag it on for too long. Um, so yeah, I'll just share a little bit about a couple of things I've been working on in the last few days. Um, Work hasn't been super productive because, as I mentioned in my previous videos, I'm still going through a few personal things that I need to resolve. A few problems. I'm not going to share that right now, but perhaps later on, maybe in one of the future videos. So yeah, it has been difficult to maintain focus and actually get stuff done. But what I have been doing is I've just been continuing on with solving some random lead code problems, and I've added. I'm building out the share file feature on the file sharing app that I'm working on. Um, Now, where that feature is up to, so initially, my original idea of that feature was that you upload a file and then you can share it with others who are using the app. That was my initial thought, but when I planned that, I actually didn't see the full, the complete side of it, and that is that. Okay, so in the UI, you've got like you upload the file and you've got the delete, download, and then share. Now, when you click on share, what do you see? Um, so my original thought was that okay, fine. You see the people who are on the app and who you can share the message with. Sorry, who you can share the file with. Um, yeah, that all sounds great, but then this means that you will see everyone. Like given that the username is the email ID, so if you click share, what do you see? You see a few users, or you just see everyone. Now, if you see everybody, that's a huge red flag right there. That's like a huge security red flag right there. That means that when you try to share a file, you see every person who is using the app, and you see their email addresses. Now that is, yeah. So when it came to implementing it, when I saw that, uh, well, in terms of my original vision was this was just like a standalone, like a one-off thing that I'll be building on and just be done with it. But since then, my vision has sort of expanded, and I want it to be a bit more versatile. I'm hoping for this product to be something of a long-running project that I can continue working on in my free time, even at the time when I actually go back to working for someone. Um, so yeah, and regarding that working for someone, on that aspect, I'm in the process of finding the next role. So this was like a weekend or a evening project for me from when I started last year, but now I'm thinking of building it out, fleshing out some of the functionality. So anyway, coming back to the share feature, so regardless of that was my original vision. Now, when I came to implementing that, and I realized that okay, fine, I can't really. When you click on share, you can't really see everybody's who's um, who's on the system. You can't see all the email addresses. Then it would be that how can you see email addresses? Maybe you can only see a few email addresses. Now, what are those few email addresses? What are the rules defining that? Defining all that. So defining what you can see. So that actually, well, that would bring us to like the whole, how you've got the like, sorry, you've got the follow or like friend, the follow bit in Twitter or X or Instagram, and then the friend aspect in like Facebook or like the connection in LinkedIn. So that's a whole different thing. That's a big piece of functionality, and I don't think I can take on that just now. So having realized that, I decided to sort of narrow down my focus a little bit, and what I've done now is I've added that social feature such that I've built the API for it. Now I'll start working the UI now. So what it is now is that what you can do is you can actually send someone an email, and you can share via email. So how this would work is you've uploaded your file, and then you have like the delete, download, then you have the share button. When you click the share button, you'll see a pop-up, and you'll see some input field where you'll be able to enter the email address of the people that you want to share this file with. Now, to share this file, what it would do is if it's a text file, say PDF or a docx or whatever, it would send that as an attachment in the email. It would send that as an email attachment. But if it's an image or a video, then it would just include a link to that file it would just include a link to it in the email. So that means you can actually, it's a downloadable link in the email. So when the user who you've shared that with gets the email, they can click on that and they can download or view that file, or so on, or whatever they want to do. Right, I do understand that a PDF file could also be like huge, and it would be yeah, it would be pretty bad. But in that case, we will send the message. We'll send an appropriate error message back to the user anyway, who's trying to share such a file. Right, now the next thing is, so how did I accomplish this? So there were a few hurdles when I started building out this email sending functionality, and so I've surpassed it. So as you know, the file share app is using Spring Boot to build the API, and so I'm using the the Spring Boot starter mail dependency. I'll put a link to that in the description of this video. And as far as the SMTP server is concerned, I first started using Amazon SES, AWS SES. However, I found some limitations with it. Well, not really limitations, it's just that there was an extra step of taking to production and so on and so forth. So I just ended up using Google's Gmail SMTP settings. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, an online search would reveal like a bunch of information. If not, please leave a comment on this video, and I'm happy to answer that question. So in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll put a link to the source code, the files that were changed to add the email sending capability on this repo, and hopefully, if I can get my next blog post going, if I can write a new blog post for this, I'll also include a link to that in the description of this video. So that's all for now, and well, check out my GitHub repository as well as my blog, and should you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. So until next time, thank you for watching this video, and live long and prosper.